Can you guys shout out any surah that starts with Qul other than Surah Al-Ikhlas? MashaAllah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas. Now, at the beginning of all of these surahs, Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, say. Can you use this word in a common language? Like when you're using Arabic language, or if you're trying to? Well, let's try. Qul means say. If I say to you, if I ask a question, I say to this person, Qul. What does it mean? It means say. I'm trying to ask you to say an answer. So by understanding some of the common words of Quran, you can understand a lot of Quran. In this particular verse, Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say alayhi salatu wasalam, say, O Prophet of Allah, that Allah is one. Quite interesting. Some of the common words of Quran can teach you. I'm not saying you will become a mufassir, translator of Quran, but you will start to understand a lot of Quran by just learning some of the words of Quran. Now, why did Allah reveal Surah Al-Ikhlas? It's a very short surah. Okay. It's a very short surah, simple surah, but why did Allah reveal this surah? Now for that, I'm going to go to the story segment. Let's go to story segment. Now, in this story segment, I'm going to tell you the story of Surah Al-Ikhlas. When the Prophet came and he was preaching people, telling them about the one and only Allah, these people, they came to the Prophet one day and they asked him, you know, you're always telling about Allah. Can you tell us who is Allah? Who is his father? Who is his grandparent? Who is Allah? What's his nasab? What's his lineage? So then Allah revealed this surah to tell the Prophet, to teach these people, to tell them that Allah has no lineage. He doesn't have father, he doesn't have a son, he was never born, he never gives birth to anyone. And so this surah was revealed. I'm going to tell you something very exciting about this surah, and this might be the last thing I'm telling you. So listen to this. Do you know that if you love Surah Al-Ikhlas, if you love this surah, of course if you understand it, you will love it, Allah will love you. So there was a companion of the Prophet in Medina. Do you know Medina? Have you been to Medina? Bunny never been to Medina. How many of you here have been to Medina? Okay. How many of you here would like to go to Medina? Inshallah you will be. We've got something exciting coming up later. It's not my part, so I'm not going to say anything. You guys can actually go to Medina. Anyway, he used to lead prayer, and he was an imam. So every time he leads prayer, he reads Surah Al-Fatiha, he reads a surah, he would recite Surah Al-Ikhlas. In each and every rak'ah, he would read Surah Al-Ikhlas. So people complained. They said, he's always doing this. You know when an imam reads a surah, and then he's reading another surah, he just wish he goes to ruku, but he reads another surah. And imagine each and every rak'ah is reading Surah Al-Ikhlas. So the people complained to the Prophet. The Prophet asked him, why do you read Surah Al-Ikhlas in each and every surah that you recite? He said, because I love this surah. Because he understood this surah. The Prophet said to him, if you love this surah, then Allah will love you. Isn't that so interesting? It's like the shortest surah of Quran, one of the shortest surahs of Quran. And did you know if you read this surah 3 times, you actually get reward of reciting an entire Quran. An entire Quran. Okay. Did you know there is a narration with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, if you read this surah, Allah will build you a castle, massive palace in Jannah. And if you read it twice, Allah will build you 2 palaces in Jannah. This is so interesting. Did you guys know most of what I taught you about Surah Al-Ikhlas? Did you guys know this before? Okay, only few of you. How many of you here have learned something new? Okay, so I'm going to bring up the last slide, and that is Madrasa TV show is live.